And what's up, all my gnarly ones? It's Gator Mike here for a little bit of Xfinity Series action on this fine Wednesday evening. I hope you all are doing fantastic tonight. I know there's a cup race going on at Martinsville, but we're taking a little bit of a break from that, about an hour or so here for our Xfinity Series. They start their playoffs tonight, so that's exciting, and they'll be going to Kentucky Speedway, kind of like the Truck Series did last night for their playoff opener. But in the booth with me, I got someone generously giving us an hour of their time to help me commentate. Is K-Bart. K-Bart, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm pretty good. Yourself?
Not too bad. It's nice to get a little break from that Martinsville race. I was getting a little frustrated with it. But we're here for some exciting Xfinity Series action. Like I said, it's the playoffs opener. We got all 8 playoff drivers in the field tonight. And tonight begins their hunt, their march towards the title that Max Boost won last season. So, K-Bart, I know I've already made my predictions, but which playoff driver do you give the best shot to maybe pull out the dub and clinch their spot in the round of 6 tonight?
Well, I know Jag Boy. He's up 56 points right now. That's a really big leeway for the next 3 races, correct? And I think I see him getting a dub right away and holding a spot for the next round just to feel comfortable. More people that need a lucky race would be Penn. I think he needs a nice little finish, top 5 tonight to keep up there because road courses are not his, go-to. But I think it should be a good race tonight.
All right. Well, we've got 100 laps around this 1.5-mile track in Sparta, Kentucky tonight. Trying to find a stream to be able to keep up with the lap count for you guys here tonight, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we're just going to be winging it. Not going to know how many laps are left, where they're at in the stages and whatnot. So might be a little bit of a struggle here this evening, but just bear with us. We'll get it all sorted out. A little bit of news here. Lights Out has won the pole for tonight's race. So that's 2 points already for him in his march to make the round of 6 and advance towards the championship race.
Every point matters now.
Every point does matter. So we'll be able to load into the Alsco 300 here shortly, as soon as I get the okay from I2 Ballstick for you. Trying to find an in-race reporter here for you guys, but yeah, not going well. Anyways, 100 laps, like I said. Got the 2 stages. Most likely not going to have to pit in either stage. And then you got the final stage where they're most likely going to have to make 1 pit stop sometime in that stage. K-Bart, if you want to send host an invite, he said he'll volunteer to be in race.
Ooh.
So at some point in the final stage, they will have to pit, just like the truck race last night. Going to be a similar strategy probably for most of these drivers. So Jag Boy, one to look out for tonight. My pick for this race, though, was OGinfau. That's who I called out to win this race. So we'll see how that plays out as we are joined by Hostium here, who will be helping us with live updates since there's no stream. So thank you for joining us here, very late, host.
Hi.
Just let us know when we can go ahead and join this lobby.
You guys can join.
Oh, well, you know what? We'll just go ahead and join. Go blue screen here while I accept the invite that I received. Where is it at? There's Lights Out with the pole with a 31.081. So we go ahead and load in here to the Alsco 300 at Kentucky Speedway tonight. We went over this with Jim last night, K-Bart. This track it's kind of like Texas Motor Speedway, but in reverse. Turns 1 and 2 are greatly different than turns 3 and 4, with 1 and 2 having more banking, more of a single line. And then you got 3 and 4, which is more flat, slower, but the lines, there's a lot more options to go there. So can you set this track up, set your car up kind of like Texas for this track?
Yeah, you can. You got to watch out when you come out of the turns. Just like after turn 4 Texas, it can snap at any time. You also got to watch on the front stretch. Someone's has found a glitch on this game. Isn't that correct?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The pothole underneath the yellow line on the front stretch? Yeah, I have found it too.
Yes, I may have had a very embarrassing moment last season in the Cup Series, K-Bart, by finding that said pothole underneath that yellow line. But we're not gonna talk about that too much. We're gonna talk about these Xfinity guys tonight. Lights Out managed to keep his lead here over Robster in P2. And who's that right there in P3? That looks like the 9 car of Dalton. It is running a blue Cessna scheme here tonight. It's a little bit different look for him. So playoff drivers currently occupy 5 of the top 6 positions here. Actually, I would say 6 of the top 8. We have an 8-car breakaway, and the only 2 that aren't playoff drivers are Robster and D. Sproul making a rare appearance here tonight, back there in the 18 car in 7th. Robster looking underneath, Lights Out here, coming off of turn 2. That's going to be a hot spot to watch out for tonight, kind of like the Truck Series last night. These cars can get really snappy loose on old tires coming out of there. As we're 3 wide here for second place, OGinfau's hugging that yellow line in the bottom. He's going to be able to make it work. Dalton's going to lose 2 spots out of that.
That's got in the wall a little bit, and Robster's going to make a little advantage coming out of 2 here. It looks like he's going to clear him.
Yeah, these drivers are fighting hard early on. Robster's going to be able to clear Lights Out here for the lead. OGinfau's looking to follow him through. Dives it deep into turn 3, but he's going to have to check up, give Lights the momentum here coming out of the corner. And here's Dalton looking to make it 3 wide. Lights is going to hit the wall.
Oh, we got a wreck here. Yep.
Lights and Jagboy get into it behind these drivers.
No caution.
No caution comes out. That is huge for Jagboy and Lights Out in terms of points.
That hurts Lights more than Jagboy right now. Jagboy has that cushion. Really doesn't need the stage points right now. He just needs to win. But stage points do matter.
Looked like Lights washed up, hit the outside wall, bounced off down in the car below him and lost it, collected Jagboy. So K-Bart, looks like these walls got some extra spring in them tonight. Got to stay away from them.
Yeah, I'll watch out tomorrow night.
Very springy here tonight are those walls, so stay away from those green things. That's because of that accident that surprisingly didn't bring out a caution. We've got a 3-car breakaway here. You got Robster, Dalton, and OG.
Oh! I thought Robster was going to hit that wall.
Robster came awfully close to that wall. Dalton looking to close in here on that 89. He's still looking for his first career win here in the North American E-Racing League, so I know he's hungry. He's off to a good start here tonight. He loses a spot there to OG. But looking to bag some stage points here early on. Help his playoff case. He's got 3 by 3 here. LD Allen leading that second train of cars with D. Sproul and I2 Ballstick for you right there in 6th. Our in-race reporter is right behind those 3. Hostium running in 7th. So we'll go back through the field here. There's Hostium in 7th. Something's happened to LLPenn, another playoff driver. He's way off the pace. So Penn had 5 playoff points coming into tonight from his win at Daytona. So he is not too far above the cutoff line. He can't afford to lose too many points. Same goes for Lights Out as well. He was only 3 above for winning 3 stages this past season. So that's definitely going to hurt them here. Here's a Cup Series regular, Wasted 88, dropping down to make his 2nd Xfinity start this season. That black and red number 76, running in P8. P9, Young Colt. Wasn't able to point his way into the playoffs this season, but trying to finish his season strong here in the North American E-Racing League's Xfinity Series. He's had a few moments of a few bright spots so far. Looking to build upon that as we're going to cycle back up here to the lead. OGinfau and Dalton have both gotten around Robster here for P1. 2 playoff guys. As it looked like Dalton may have scraped the wall heading into 1.
Now, Gator, do you see this as a drafting track at all?
Oh, D-Sproul. Yep, D-Sproul hit the apron coming out of turn 2.
Caution.
Wow. Yep.
Okay, well that's going to definitely help out Lights Out and Penn here.
Jagboy.
And Jagboy. Well, Lights and Penn more so than Jagboy, because Jagboy's got a huge advantage on that cut line. But back to your question, Kemart, this track, yes and no. I think it was a big advantage to be in the draft last night in the Truck Series, but as you increase in horsepower, I don't think draft matters as much. But it's still going to matter a little bit. Let's see what these drivers do here for their first pit stops tonight. Post how many laps we're going to have when we restart here in stage number 1. Yes, dear.
To go.
10-4. The OG went for a lead now.
All right, as we
Holding
have
that lead over Dalton.
Taking the green flag here in stage number 1. 7 to go to finish this stage out. OGinfau does clear Dalton going down the backstretch, but Dalton kind of looks underneath here. Aggressive move.
It's going to be a good look here for Dalton.
Yep, OG's washing up the track. 6 to go. Side by side for the lead, Dalton and OG. And I thought Dalton was going to clear, but he had to let up so he didn't wash up into OG. It's going to give the 0-1 the momentum.
It's a good veteran move there. Oh, and he put Robster down the inside wall.
Yeah, it looks like Robster kind of came up into Dalton right as Dalton was coming down off of turn 2. Came together. Robster with a great save. Five to go. Dalton hanging on to the lead just by a thread over OG Robster. And it looks like Hosty, our in-race reporters, battling back there for 4th place with LD Allen. Looking to get some stage points here in stage number 1.
Don't look now, but I see Jaguar back there. He's battling for the 5th position already, trying to get some stage points after early trouble with that early crash that did not bring out a caution.
Yeah, these Jagboys, OG blocks Robster through the grass here in the late stages of stage number 1. Didn't want to give up that lead, but Jagboy, his average finish here at these 1.5 miles has not been that great so far this season. Definitely lower than some of his other tracks, but he's showing that average doesn't mean anything right now.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he had a little extra practice here, starting the playoffs, really making sure that he's really, have a good strength, have good momentum starting the playoffs here at 1.5 miles.
Right, as we've got a 4-car breakaway, 5th on Packer fighting real hard. Lights, LD Allen, Hosting Hose, LLPenn all under a blanket there, trying to grab that 5th and final stage point here in stage number 1. 2 to go.
2 to go.
Dalton's going into turn 1 underneath OGinfau, still side by side for the lead. Been a great battle between those two so far.
Still a lot of time for that first place there to get stage points. Jagboy kind of not as aggressive going into 3. Hopefully get a little bit of run out to 4 as he's looking under OG for the 3rd spot.
Yeah, Dalton got a great run out of turn 4, heading to the white flag here in stage number 1. The 9 car looking strong. Will Robster play nice for the playoff driver? He gets his nose underneath that 9 car. Will we see a bump here from the 89, or will he show the playoff driver a little bit of respect here going into turn 3? No, we're going to see a bump.
No. He said, get out of my way, as Jagboy looks under both of them. Robster might be able to clear, and he does.
Wow.
He will take the stage win.
Robster bumps Dalton out of the way for the win in stage 1. Jagboy's going to come through for 2nd. Dalton gets 3rd, OG 4th, and lights out rebounds to get the 5th and final stage point here in stage number 1.
Man, if I'm Dalton, man, I'll remember that the rest of the race.
Yeah, if I'm Dalton, I might be a little bit heated after that one. That just cost him 3 points right there towards making it to the round of 6.
Not the best clean move that Robster did there.
No, that was Robster did not show the playoff driver any sort of respect. Gave the bump and run going into turn 3. Yeah, like I mentioned in pre-race in the Discord, might be a little bit of drama here tonight. And there we have it.
Yep, I see some typing.
I guess I should open up the Discord for this.
I think they got beef from last week, too.
Oh, boy.
He's still typing, though.
You better be putting his phone down.
As we go green here in stage number 2. Looks like he was able to put his phone down in time as he hits the gas pedal. Lines up P3 for this restart, Dalton does. Robster maintaining control of the lead, followed by Jagboy, who makes a mistake. Looks like he clipped the apron coming out of 2. That's going to check up Dalton and the rest of the outside lane. LD Allen's going to come through for 2nd, followed by OG and Hostium here in 4th place. Action so far tonight has been insane. These guys are not giving each other much room. Intensity has ramped up with the playoffs beginning.
Dalton hit the wall again, coming into 1. If I'm Dalton, I just need to keep calm, keep chill, make his way back up 1 by 1. Still a lot of time in this race.
Looks like we had a chain reaction here. Look, Dalton has just got around 3 cars in 1 corner. He's mad. He's trying to get back to the front. We're 4 wide.
4 wide, yeah. Yeah, I don't know about you, but Dalton has a really good car tonight. Just unfortunate there. I know he's now driving really aggressive. He wants to get back up the Robster. We all know that. He wants to get that lead.
That 9 car is fast tonight, but LD Allen, our most recent winner here, winning the regular season finale at Chicagoland, has found his way up to 2nd place. He has got the highest average finish at mile-and-a-half tracks of any playoff driver. So he's been super consistent at these style tracks, and he's looking to gain a good amount of points here tonight above the cutoff line that he can use to maybe buffer his case to make the round of 6. It looked like OG got in the wall off of turn 2. Hostium's going to look underneath, try to capitalize on that here in turn 3 and 4. Followed by his teammate Jagboy.
Is that happening now? IT ball stick for you, and Dalton are catching that front group as they are battling for that 5th position. Haven't talked about IT ball stick yet. He is also in the playoffs. He needs those stage points as more as anybody else. He finishes decently, but a little weak on the stage points.
Yeah, Ballstick, he doesn't have as much pace as some of these other guys, but he always finds his way to come up with a really good, consistent finish. But to be able to advance through these playoffs, he's got to find those stage points. Got to find some stage points in that 11 car. top 5 sort of broken away here from Ballstick and Dalton back there fighting for 6th. Robster still leading this thing, followed by LD Allen, Host Team Hose, OGinfau, and Jagboy. OG's going to look underneath the 98 coming out of turn 4. Gets a good run up out of the corner. Uses the draft from the 8 car.
Oh, Allen, Dalton got down in the grass there. Might have hit that glitch.
He hit something.
Yeah, he did not hit ball stick on my screen. He went right down, and I'm not sure if he hit a glitch or not on our screen. They did hit, but
he went for quite the ride there, going through.
It was a good save.
Going through the infield in the front straightaway, kind of like a pass in the grass from Dale Earnhardt, maybe.
Yeah. I don't think he was thinking that.
Is that a stretch?
Yeah, they're stretching that.
That's worth a shot. As Jagboy may have gave LD Allen a little bump going into 1, got him out of the way. Moved that 22 car, the TJR Ford, up to 3rd place.
As we were talking about everybody else, Robster's kind of pulled away from the pack up here. Kind of a little surprised. Are you a little surprised that the first Robster's actually pulling away?
Not necessarily. These guys have been fighting real hard from 2nd on back. So I'm not too surprised. I'm not too surprised.
OG's kind of pulled away from them too.
Yeah. As the 89 car has gotten better and better the longer the season has gone, and is now on the verge of finding his first win. And after some of the events of last week, you know he's mad after last week, and he is wanting to prove that he could have won that race last week by winning tonight. As the battle for 3rd rages on. LD Allen still holding off that spot, followed by those 2 TJR Fords of Host Team and Jagboy. Looks like LD Allen might have clipped the apron a little bit. That's going to open the door for the 98. Not able to get his bumper there just yet, but because these guys are fighting so hard, there come those 2 blue Chevrolets.
It's like OG's lagging a little bit up there in 2nd as he's catching Robster. Yeah. As these guys are battling for the 3rd,
oh my goodness,
are pulling away.
What a fight we have for 3rd place. We're 4 wide.
4 wide.
My goodness, what a crazy battle there. Looks like the 4 wide, they were pinched down onto the apron, made some contact. Dalton got up into the 98. I think he had some contact from underneath. But that does not work in the 98's favor from all that.
It doesn't help when they go 4 wide at a 1.5 miles at Kentucky.
Especially out of turn 2. That's one of the tightest spots on the track. Not the smartest thing you'll see tonight. But the top 2 have broken away by a big margin from all this. Behind them is Jagboy, Ballstick, and Dalton rounding out your top 5.
Yeah, Ballstick, he just passed Jagboy.
Got a little bit of server lag on my part, it looks like. 7 to go here in stage number 2. Bet you I'm going to have to use my second invite here in just a second if this doesn't clear up.
I sent you 3 more.
Looks like it's going to resolve itself unlike it did last night. So we're lucky on that. 6 to go here in stage number 2. Robster still maintains the top spot, but OG is right there.
There you get battle for 3rd.
Oh,
Robster! Under ball.
Robster got loose and hit the apron out of 2. Hits the inside wall. That's going to allow OGinfau to pass him and get a big gap here to take the top spot at the end of this stage.
That's huge. You can't get loose down. If you get a little too low there, off of 2.
The apron off of 3 he put out.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's huge.
5 to go here in stage number 2.
Got no caution after lights out. Did spin out off the 3.
Oh, Dalton
got loose off the 2.
What a great great save from that 9 car. It's not easy to save that car once it gets that far sideways.
Especially here at Kentucky under that apron. There is no apron feel, but you will feel after your car starts going around. It is very hard to save it off the 2.
That's a good point here about turns 1 and 2. It's really sneaky because the apron actually sticks up above that yellow line, so it kind of throws off the drivers a little bit.
Yeah, sorry, but a 5-year-old kind of drew the line around this yellow line around this Kentucky Speedway.
Especially on the front stretch, that yellow line looks like a drunk person drew that, not a 5-year-old.
Yeah. A drunk 5-year-old.
As we have about 3 to go here in stage number 2. OGinfau still out front by a big margin after that mistake by Robster. Robster holding down second place, Jagboy here in third. The battle right now is for 4th place between Ballstick and Dalton.
Yeah, Jagboy's kind of pulled away from them.
That 11 car, like we said, needing to get some stage points here in the playoffs, and he's in position to do so right now as Dalton looks underneath of him for 4th place.
I can't remember how we're going to go.
I think there's 2 to go.
2? Alrighty, thank you.
As the top 3 are pretty well settled out here for the remainder of the stage, barring any sort of Keenitz contact, if you know what I mean. Finding that wall on the last lap of stage 1 last night cost the driver 24.
I was watching that. Points. I just could not believe it.
I like to call it Keenitz contact.
Wait till we go to Vegas.
Yep. Yeah, he's got to find his way around Vegas without that outside wall in turn 4.
I told him I'm calling him up for the Cup race too. It's got to run all 267 laps.
So here comes OG out of turn 4. The 0-1 car is going to win stage 2. That's an extra playoff point for round 2. 6 points in the bag right there for the 0-1. He's going to be followed by Robster, Jagboy, and 4th place ended up going to Dalton with Ballistic in 5th. Rounding out your top 5 here in stage number 2.
A lot of playoff drivers getting those very big stage points here in stage 2 there.
Well, Host, I know you got probably some damage from that contact, but how's your car feeling right now at this point?
It feels pretty great. It's a little loose in the long run. I actually didn't get any damage from that. The only damage I got was when I came back down the track and wasted, clipped me in the rear. That was the only damage I got from it.
All right, you making any adjustments here to make a better long run car here in stage 3?
Yes, sir.
All right. Has the 98 car feeling pretty good right now, needing a slight adjustment to make a long run car a little bit better. But we are already into stage number 3 here tonight, as these drivers are finishing up their pit stops. And here we are lining up for the final stage.
If you could, at the start-finish line, can you say how many laps from stage 3 post?
OGinfau leading in the green.
53.
53 laps here in stage 3, the final stage here tonight.
Not quite halfway, but almost.
Nope, these drivers are going to have to make one pit stop here in this final stage. OG walked up, almost got in the wall off of turn 2. That was really close as I2 Ballstick for you looks for the lead in turn 3 and 4. That 11 car feeling feisty tonight as we are now 3 wide for the lead. Ballstick in the middle.
Contact in the back.
This is not going to end well. Who's going to give? No. Nobody's going to give.
They all kind of wash up. No one hits the wall, which is
Ballstick
good.
got a bump.
They are 3 wide.
The 11 car clears. He's going to take the lead. I2 Ballstick for you out front here in stage 3.
You know how bad he wants it. He wants that win. He wants to move on to the next round.
Kind of like Robster, I2 Ballstick for you has not found victory lane yet in the North American E-Racing League. So he's looking to pick up his first win here tonight as Jagboy looks underneath of that 11 car going into turn 1. And he's got a train of cars behind him. as Robster and OG make some contact. That draft is going to hurt Ballstick, unless he can find a hole to get down in with these guys. Dalton's looking underneath here for P2. OG looking to follow him through for third. And Robster right behind him looking to capitalize on all these guys.
I'm riding back here watching lights. He started about P10. He's back up to P6. He needs a really good run here. He did not get any stage points first and second stage.
He got one in stage
for
one.
both. Did he get one?
Yep, he rallied for 5th place in stage
that's
one.
Right. There was a caution, and he got back into it. But he really needs those really nice finish here. It wouldn't be fantastic, of course, but a really nice top 3 would really help him.
Yep, he is caught the top 5 here, as the first battle on the track was Ballstick and Robster, who were side by side here for 4th place. And they are, nope, Ballstick's going to clear him off of 2. Robster's going to try to do the undercut. Not going to have enough momentum to pull that off, though. So top 6 are single file. I say that, and Lights is taking a peek under Robster. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Looks like the whole field has kind of gotten single file here. Robster running the high line in 1-2. That's an interesting line to run. K-Bart, you think we can make that work?
Actually, he got a little help from Lights Out. Got a little push going into 1 there. But the outside is not the place to be. I want to stick my nose right there, right on the yellow line that the 5-year-old drew.
You mean the drunk guy?
Oh, the drunk guy. My bad. Sorry.
So we've got a 6-car breakaway here for the lead. Jag Boy got about 3 or 4 tenths over 2nd place, which is Dalton. Ballstick is now in 3rd. Worked his way back up there. Got around OG.
It Lights Out looking under Robster right now for that 5th spot.
And then number 2, Pinnacle Chevrolet for Pure Motorsports has rebounded. He's worked his way back up here in this front pack. Gets around Robster into the top 5.
He clears him. He's going to have the momentum off of 2 here.
Trying to find some draft off of the 11 car and the 01 in front of him down the backstretch. OG's going to clip the apron, wash up. Doesn't make contact with Ballstick, but it definitely hindered some of his momentum he had in the high lane. He's going to lose all 3 spots here, drop back to 6th.
It's going to be big for him. He needs to get back up there, pick them off 1 by 1 if he wants to be a contender here in the playoffs.
Definitely. I wouldn't let Jagboy get too far ahead, but at the same time, I might just sit here and kind of ride behind these guys to save my stuff as much as I can. Save your tires. You'll have a better long-run car because you'll have better tires over some of these guys. See if you can't play a strategy call for pits.
And as we're talking about just riding around, do you think Jagboy's going to ride around right now, or is he trying to really push it as aggressive as he can be? Because Dalton's actually catching him right now.
Well, I guess we'll find out once the 9 car gets there.
All right.
As Lights Out is up to 4th place in that 2 car. Trying to help OG catch the leaders. Using a little bit of draft here in stage 3. Robster keeps taking a peek under that 2 car. Has not found his way by yet. But doesn't look like he's too willing to help out these guys catch those leaders. Jagboy still out front pacing the field here in the 22 Ford. Running that money lion scheme tonight. Dalton hanging tight in P2, and here comes that pack of 3 cars trying to catch him as Robster again looks underneath of Lights Out.
All Dalton Yeah, all Dalton needs to do here is just stay with Jagboy until at least the pit cycles happen. If he stays with him, he has a really good chance of winning this.
And as I mentioned here in every broadcast, Kyle, I love green flag stops. So,
yeah, you do.
Right now, it looks like we might be in line for some green flag stops, as the field's starting to get pretty spread out other than these front 5 or so. So they'll have to make one pit stop here in stage 3 at some point. Some may become earlier than others. That could be a strategy play. Get those 4 fresh tires on early. Gain some track time there. But some may end up coming late, want those tires later, so they could run these guys back down and have the fresher tires at the end of this thing. Some may split it right down the middle. But this track's not super hard to get on and off of pit road. It's one of the easier ones on this game. Just got to watch out for speeding. Pit exit, though, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So shouldn't see too much drama there coming out of the pits. This pack of 5 has really stretched their gap over 6th place. Ballistic has lost touch with the leaders. Still not a bad run for this 11 car.
Oh man, Dalton got in the wall there. Gets a little loose going into 1. OG is going to look for that 2nd spot right now.
Did Dalton pull some old Keenan's contact there going into turn 1?
He did.
Oh boy, some Keenan's contact into that 9 car, and it's going to cost him a few spots. As OG is going to get around. Lights Out is looking to get around. Doesn't clear him just yet.
Looks like we start pit stops already.
No, we are 3 wide here for 3rd place. As our in-race reporter is on pit lane. Left the party, so I'm not sure how many laps we're going to have to go. So, perfect on that. Guess we're going to have to take a wild guess. Looking to play some strategy here. Looks like he was lagging hardcore. He left, might have lagged out of the party. Our in-race reporter here tonight.
Oh, man.
And I don't know if he got a speeding penalty or he's fixing some damage, but this is an awful long pit stop. For the 98, he might have ended up lagging out. Yeah, he did lag out. The 98 car has lagged out of the field tonight. Terrible development for the playoff driver here, Hostium Hose. Losing his engine late in the going here. That's going to relegate him to a 13th place, maybe 14th place finish tonight. So not what he was looking for.
No.
As a K-Bart, we're on our own here to the end of this thing.
If I were to guess, we have 35 to go.
All right. Well, you keep track of that with some little stick figures, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then cross out with 5. So you count that way, and see how close we match up here at the end of this thing.
All right. 1.
Okay. 35 minus 1 is 34 to go. Roughly.
Yes. Roughly.
Lags me out. So we'll go ahead and use that second invite. Hop back in real quick. Look at that. Failed to synchronize with server. Thank you, 704. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and use the second invite. Get back in.
Dalton's starting to lag a little bit. As Robster did complete that pass for third.
And it is lap 70 out of 100, Kyle, so we got 30 to go.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm glad you lagged out. Good job. I forgot you could look at that.
Yeah, I mean, if you
oh my gosh, big contact with Dalton and Robster. Robster blocked Dalton going into turn 3, pushed Dalton down the grass. They hold it together as Dalton falls behind him and for that 4th spot. But, man, that was some critical action there. And Dalton, man, I would be very, very upset with Robster right now. And he is gonna push it to the limit. They still have to pit one more time.
As we are back here, and Dalton is still right behind Robster there. I was expecting him to send it in turn 3. He does not. Decides to be a nice guy. Hangs right there behind the 89 car. But this has allowed the top 2 to just really break away, OG and Jagboy.
Yeah, Jagboy was the leader, if you remember, before he lagged out. I was just concentrating on this 3rd spot here because we know these are rivals right now. And OG passed Jagboy for the lead.
All right, as OGinfau has taken the top spot back in that 0-1.
And Jagboy is coming down the pit road. There goes Robster down the pit road. We are starting pit road.
Yeah. I2 ball stick for you on pit lane. The first of our leaders pitting right now. We've got about 26, 27 to go here in the North American E-Racing League's Xfinity Series Alsco 150 at Kentucky.
Dalton got very loose off through 2, or I don't know if that would signal him, say he's coming down the pit road.
The leader, OG, is coming down pit lane. Dalton
Everybody
and Lights.
Following.
This is going to be the rest of them. LD Allen, they have all hit pit lane, so the rest of the field pits 1 lap later than the first half. Let's see which strategy here is going to pay off. Which driver can get on and off pit road the quickest, who has the fastest stop. As they all hit their pit boxes here cleanly. And to see who is the first one out. OGinfau with a really good stop. 0-1 car first off pit lane, followed by Dalton, LD Allen, and I think Lights Out might have gotten a speeding penalty.
I was following him. I was on board with him, and he came in hot. And I was like, that's just not looking good. And
the
sure
2
enough,
car with a huge error here in the final stage. Gets caught for speeding. That's big for that 2 car.
A lot of mistakes that happened tonight that you cannot make in the playoffs happened to Lights Out.
As Jagboy cycles through these pit stops back to the lead with a substantial gap over OG.
Yeah, he's got about a 2-3 second lead over OG. Remember, he did pit 1 lap before OG there, and that's how much made the difference.
Ooh, ball stick hits the wall. It's going to give up 5th position to LD Allen here. So mistake on the 11 car's part. Going to fall back to 6th. Jagboy, OGinfau, Robster, Dalton, LD Allen, and I2 Ballstick for you are currently your top 6 after those pit stops.
I've noticed Dalton has a really good short run car. His long run car is very consistent with the others, but he has a better short run car compared to all these 3 up here. Watch him actually probably pass Robster for 3rd spot. He is actually getting on Robster right now, but then he kind of like I said, just consistent with the rest of the cars here, probably about 15-ish laps, I've noticed.
Yeah. Can OGinfau run down the 22 of Jagboy? Will Jagboy be able to hold on and prove me wrong about that 1.5 mile average finish that he's got? And bring home the dub here in the first playoff race for the Xfinity Series. Crosses the line to check another lap off. Robster skims the wall just a little bit going into one. 9 car of Dalton right here behind Robster, hoping to hang on to some draft, maybe be able to work together to catch OG and Jagboy. Things are kind of spread out here. Everybody's got a gap over somebody else.
I like Kentucky. I don't know about you, Gator, but I like Kentucky. I'm actually excited for tomorrow night's race.
Oh yeah, got a little bit of excitement, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm glad you're going to lose tomorrow.
I will lose. Yep.
As it looks like the 0-1 is catching the 22.
He is.
And it looks like he's catching him pretty quick.
Big time.
I've been on board with the 0-1 of OG. It didn't look like Jagboy really made any mistakes, but the 0-1 is just, he's on rails right now.
He is right on that bottom of the yellow line. Jagboy looked like he was in that second groove there in 3 and 4.
As OG has trimmed his lead to about 7 or 8 tenths of a second going into turn 1.
I would say all the top 4 is actually catching Jagboy. I could barely see Jagboy. I'm still riding with Dalton. I could barely see Jagboy probably about 5 laps ago. And now you can tell that all 4 of those guys are actually catching him.
All right, Jagboy trying to hold off OG once he gets there. 0-1's putting on quite the charge.
You know Jagboy's going to try to fight for that first position, try to keep that first position. Those two might fight it out. Don't forget about Robster and Dalton back here. They might close in as they try to fight for that first position.
Now, if I was Jagboy, I would fight with everything I got, because if he wins tonight, that's an automatic advancement into the round of 6. He doesn't even have to worry about the Roval. He doesn't have to worry about Talladega, because he's already clinched his way in. So I would hold off that 0-1 car with everything that 22 has. As we should be somewhere between 10 and 12 to go. Might have you back out and hop back in here just a couple more laps just to see how many laps we have to go, and we can count from there. Let's go through 3 and 4 one more time. Jagboy runs the middle lane. OG's right against that bottom yellow. Gains a little bit of time on the 22, down to about half a second. A little bit of lap traffic ahead.
84.
We're on lap 84 out of 100.
Yep.
All right, so we're at 17 to go. Coming to 16 to go here in the North American E-Racing League's Xfinity Series at Kentucky. And OG, with a huge run through 3 and 4, just makes a power move on Jagboy. Clears him easily. OG, back to the point. That was quick. That was lightning fast. Didn't even really have to set up that move. As they both worked around the lap car at D-Sproul. Now Jag's looking to just keep in touch with the 0-1, who washes up coming out of turn 4. Jagboy still right there on his bumper, using that draft to hang in there. Dalton running P3. He has gotten around Robster. He wants these two leaders to fight. As OG gets loose off of turn 2, he's going to hand the lead back to Jagboy.
This is what Dalton wants to see. They want to see him. These guys keep going back and forth. Maybe get him a shot up here.
Yeah. Coming around, cross off another lap. 14 to go. Here in the Xfinity Series, leader still battling hard.
Jaguar really doesn't get that angle. He really didn't get that angle going to 1, but he's going to hold it here off at the 1 and 2. As OG gets a little loose, and Jaguar hits the wall, just kind of even it out. They're both mistakes there.
Both are driving the wheels off these things right now, pushing really hard, both making mistakes, pressuring each other into those mistakes, and that 9 car is loving what he is seeing.
Yep, I would be loving this too.
Jaguar now has a bit of a gap over the 0-1, so OG's going to have to run him back down again. It looks like that 0-1 is so loose in turn 2 right now.
Looks like he needs to adjust his line, maybe give him more throttle, middle 1 and 2, kind of arc up a little bit off of 2 instead of staying so low off of 2. That, like you said, that apron is a little above that yellow line. Maybe he's just hitting that apron a little too much.
Definitely, that 0-1 car made some adjustments that don't look to be paying off right now. Jaguar has now stretched his gap again back to the 0-1 of OG, who's got to run down this 22 again if he wants to win this race here tonight.
If I was OG, I'd be more worried about Dalton now. Dalton's kind of closing in OG. As I don't know if OG used too much of his stuff already, and is he done? He's like, all right, he's going to hold on to second because I can't catch this guy right now.
That 9 car of OG is getting closer and closer.
Loose again off of 2.
Yeah, the 9 car of Dalton is getting closer and closer to OGinfau.
Dalton's not really getting closer to Jaguar, but he's definitely getting closer to OG.
I was keeping count correct. We should have 8 to go here at the line.
Already?
Yes. Already.
Oh, okay.
Don't confuse me. This is really bad because we don't have a stream, so this is already difficult, Kyle. You don't need to start with your sass.
704, shout out here.
Live ticker, perfect example for it.
Oh, he is a live ticker.
As it looks like Dalton is kind of closing in on Jaguar too. The leaders are slightly, the accordion is getting closer together here. Jaguar leads yet another lap. We are coming down to the end of this race tonight. OG battling a loose off condition.
And Jaguar got loose off there too, kind of evens it out. I kind of noticed the last few laps, OG's actually kind of caught Jaguar. Kind of got, all right, I need to get going, hit my marks, and go. And that's what he's doing right now.
And these top 3 are gone. They have left Robster in the dust right now. Six to go, I think. I think Dalton's going to need these guys to start fighting again in front of him for him to have a chance. It's kind of coming down to where he's not going to have enough time. But that 0-1 is closing back in on the 22 of Jaguar. Oh, Jag gets really loose.
He needs to back up for turn 3. He does not. He's going to push up as OG's going to get a little bit closer to him.
The 22 got really loose. He's losing.
Oh, Jaguar loses it.
He has to pit again.
What?
Wow. Jaguar has to pit again. I wasn't foreseeing 2 pit stops, but it looks like we're going to have 2 pit stops. Ballstick's also in the pits.
He is. Wow.
This might really shake things up. I didn't foresee these drivers having to pit twice, but it looks like they have just burned up their stuff tonight. OG's going to stay out another lap.
Yep, Dalton also stays out another lap.
Interesting here. Fuel only for Jagboy. Did OG save enough? Didn't think this was a fuel mileage race, but here we are. Oh, he's going awfully slow. He's saving hard. As Dalton is closing in, Jag Boy's right there. 2 to go, maybe?
IDK.
Maybe? Looking back from the 0-1 of OGinfau at Jag Boy, at Dalton. Coming through 3 and 4. White flag, I think. Maybe. We'll find out here in about 30 seconds.
And then otherwise we'll just keep saying white flag.
Yeah, as
white
OG
flag.
is still staying out. He is really...
Yeah.
He must have been saving fuel for a lot of that run, because he has gone 3 or 4 more laps than Jag Boy has. He's looking to make it to the end. I lied, that was not the white flag. Ah, giggle all you want, Kyle. We're still right here near the end of this thing.
Shut up.
As Dalton is creeping ever closer.
It is. I just can't believe those guys all pitted on the same lap. The question is, do these guys have enough?
All right, I was really off on the lap count because we got another one. Dalton gets around Jag Boy. Yeah, Dalton gets around Jag Boy. You see him right there in the camera view of OGinfau. Looking for that 0-1 to maybe sputter, maybe run out of gas.
I think Dalton's out. They're both out. This might be it right here. That was it. That was it.
That was it. So OGinfau manages to stretch it on fuel.
It looked like they both ran out off of 4.
They got awfully slow. I couldn't tell whether they were out of fuel or the end of the race, but OGinfau is going to win at Kentucky. He's going to clinch his spot into the round of 6.
Wow.
With a late pit stop from Jag Boy, I2 ball stick for you. I don't know how those guys were able to stretch that much more fuel. But my goodness, Dalton comes home with a second place finish. That is great for his points. But there you're looking at him. OGinfau, your winner here tonight at Kentucky. Kyle, I don't know if you have him on your friends list, but go ahead and send him an invite into this party.
We all know Jag Boy is not happy.
Not happy about having to pit there from the lead. Interesting. I was not expecting that, as we are joined here now by our winner here tonight, OGinfau, claiming the first race of the playoffs, Kentucky, clinching your spot into the round of 6. How are you feeling after that fuel mileage saving performance?
I'm feeling good, man. At first, I thought I wasn't going to be able to make it, man. But I knew Jag was definitely going to be very, very close, because I know that he had a pretty good gap on me, and he saved gas as much as he could while he had that big lead, so I thought he had it.
Yeah, Jag Boy pitted with about 5 or 6 to go, so how were you able to save that many more laps than the driver of that 22?
Well, I pitted 1 lap later than him, and I knew that I was going to have to push the issue with him if I wanted him to run out of gas. So what I did was I kept battling with him. And then I was realizing once I passed him that he could draft and save gas that way. So I was like, hold on, I'm going to let him pass me again so he can run out of gas faster. So the whole entire time, I was playing mind games with him. He was trying to play mind games with me back. Just kept going back and forth.
Well, you ended up coming out on top, being able to save enough fuel, barely making it to the finish tonight. So congratulations on your 3rd win of the season, but probably your most important one. as that you don't have to worry about the Roval. You don't have to worry about Talladega. You are already into the round of 6. So how's that going to play into your strategy on how you approach these next 2 races?
Oh, I'm still going to push the issue. I'm still going to try it. I'm going to try my best to see, who all I got to go up against later on once it starts counting more again.
Right. All right. Well, in the booth with me tonight, I've got Cup Series Commissioner K-Bart20. K-Bart, what kind of a question do you have for our winner at Kentucky tonight, OGinfau?
Oh, you kind of just covered all of them because you just kept talking. But hey, man, congrats. Yeah, congrats. I couldn't believe it. Wish we had a live tracker and live ticker in the booth. Couldn't really tell how many laps were left, why you guys are pitting, yada, yada, yada. I strongly encourage people to stream if their internet can
you just ask the
hold it
question
up.
already?
So, no, I don't have a question. I'm just throwing a statement out. So,
Oh, my God.
I really don't have a question. So, yeah.
All right. Well, no question from K-Bart. So, OG, is there anybody you want to shout out before we let you go celebrate your victory tonight?
My buddies, Lights Out, Idalin, Dalton. They basically helped me out with qualifying setup, help us 4 to get the top 4 qualifying, So shout out to them.
All right. Well, there you have it. Your winner here tonight, who has moved on to the round of 6 in his quest for the Xfinity Series Championship, OGinfau. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
All right, K-Bart, if you want to go ahead and get our runner-up in here tonight, that's going to be Dalton with one of his best performances of the season so far. Coming home
It is. I was
P2.
very surprised with him. Somebody I would not think who would be able to do that well already, just, coming into the playoffs, making a consistent run in stage 1. Unfortunately, he got hit by Robster coming to the finish line in stage 1. But stage 2 still dominant, and stage 3 he was dominant, and here he is.
As we are joined now by our runner-up finisher here tonight, Dalton. How are you feeling after that P2 performance?
I feel pretty good. I can't complain. Barely made it to the end. The fuel was just killed across the line, so I would take a second place.
All right. Well, you were 3 points below the cutoff line heading into this race, the first race of the playoffs. You ended up getting points in both stages. Ended up with one of your best finishes of the year, if not the best, in P2. So great points night for you. I'm assuming this is going to put you above the cutoff line. So because of that, how are you going to approach the next race at the Roval and maybe even Talladega?
I'm going to approach him the same way I did here. I'm going to be aggressive. I felt like I was more aggressive this race than I had been in previous races this season. And that's why I'm going to take the Roval. I feel like I'm pretty good at the Roval. I feel like I can get some stage points and potentially go for that win. Was good there. I believe I was good there last year, so I'm going to carry on that on this year, and I'm going to go for it.
All right. There you heard it from Dalton, your runner-up finisher tonight. He's going to go for it these next 2 races. So congratulations on your P2 run tonight. With me in the booth, I've got K-Bart. K-Bart, what kind of a question do you have for a runner-up?
Hey, man, congrats. Very, like I was telling Gator, very surprised how you ran, but there's a reason why you're in the playoffs. How were you more aggressive in this race? Did you do more practice? Did you get help from others?
Yeah, some of us helped each other. I got help from some of the friends here in the league, and I got to thank them. Lights Out. He helped me. I will say that he told me, best places to run at 1 or 2, and
So we'll probably see you online for a lot this weekend practicing a Roval, huh?
Friday night, I'm going to go try to race a dirt modified, but Saturday, I'm going to be on it probably most of the day and get my level down.
All right. All right, Dalton, as before we let you hop on out of here, go celebrate your buddies, your second place run tonight. Is there anybody you want to shout out? I know you've already shouted out a couple. You got any more for us?
OG, we all have our own little chat. So,
Mm-hmm.
We all talk with each other, talk about the best way. Pitt strategy as well, and I got shout out to those guys because they really helped me.
All right. Well, great momentum building performance for you tonight. Congratulations on your P2 run, and we'll see you at the Roval on Sunday.
Yep, see you on the Roval on Sunday.
See you, man.
All right, K-Bart. We are now down to the end of this thing. What did you see tonight that impressed you the most?
Like I said just 2 minutes ago, Dalton, just so impressed how he ran tonight. He said he was more aggressive than other races. If he's saying that now, just wait till just wait till the rest of the year. Maybe he's a sleeper contender to win the championship.
Yeah, like you just mentioned, we have got the Roval next up on the go to the very tight, technical, unique road course in the Charlotte infield, where Jag Boy lights out among others, looking to impress again on these road courses. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Before then, though, we've got one more race, and that's going to be the Cup Series playoff opener, and that's going to happen tomorrow night, same track, same time, Kentucky Speedway, where you're going to see Captain Killam, Shadowhawk, you already heard, and the rest of the playoff field try to battle it out for a win at Kentucky. So make sure you guys tune in for that. So as we reach the point of the night where we are going to sign off and go catch the end of this Martinsville race that's happening right now. K-Bart, I'm sure you're pretty excited about that.
Matt Kenseth is probably about 3 laps down right now.
All right. Well, Matt Kenseth is probably 3 laps down. There you have it. Okay. Well, for K-Bart here in the booth, I'm Gator Mike. We appreciate you guys that have tuned in here tonight, have watched this race with us, taking your time. So appreciate the support. We hoped you enjoyed the race tonight. It was quite the dandy. And OGinfau, your winner here in the Xfinity Series at Kentucky. Everybody, to all my gnarly ones out there, you know the thing. You guys have a good night.